Hi everyone and welcome to my live stream here from the Biel Congress Hall where the 51st Chess Festival is taking place well, it's the end of the day, in the end of the third day, or actually the fourth day if you count the opening day. And yeah, it's already pretty late, of course, lots of work to do for me and of course the whole organizing crew. I wanted just to do a recap of the first few days here in Biel. Here we are actually in the working room where me and my colleagues work for most of the day. There is of course also the office down there, but this is where we work basically behind the scenes. And well, so far the festival is a real success. We have the world champion, he plays great chess, we have lots of spectators, media coverage is wonderful, and everything is working really well. The opening day was really intense because there was not just the opening ceremony but also press conferences, lots of things also around Magnus Carlsen, and of course you know, he requires a lot of attention from the media. And basically we need to be all the time you know, careful that everything works perfectly, and it went well. I wouldn't really say better than expected, but it really went well without really real troubles. And then we had a first round on the Sunday, on the second day of the weekend, which was first round of the Grandmaster tournament. Also rapid tournament besides that, with many grandmasters in it. The first round of the Grandmaster tournament saw a very nice victory by Magnus Carlsen against David Navarre, where he sacrificed the queen for, well, he sacrificed, not really, because he got a rook, a piece and a pawn, but he had real control of the position for most of the game, and he granted down a win in the end game. There was a second winner in the first round, Mamedjarov against the young Swiss GM Nico Georgiadis. The third game ended in a draw between Vachilagrave and Svidler. So you can see 6 great names with 3 top 10 players in this Grandmaster tournament and a rating average of 2740. In the second round on Monday, Maxim Vachilagrave had the white pieces against Magnus Carlsen for what turned out to be, and obviously was presented as the clash of the second round. Clearly won a great battle, where we know that Maxim Vachilagrave has often caused problems against Carlsen by winning a few games last year amongst others. And well, it didn't really turn out to be, because Carlsen played a very strange, well, he actually surprised Vachilagrave with his opening choice, the Pirc. And Vachilagrave counter-surprised with bishop f4 and move 4, quite a rare choice against the Pirc. And well, the opening was pretty quiet. They exchanged queens, and bit by bit Carlsen, you know, he outplayed Maxim Vachilagrave, and the end game was really tense because Vachilagrave defended extremely well, and it yeah, required the best Carlsen technique to come out with a win. And well, there was another winner in the second round. That was Peter Svidler with white against Georgiadis. The game was really intense. Georgiadis played really well, and he would have had even good chances to save a draw after move 40. He sacrificed a piece, and later on he blundered and just lost, unfortunately for him. A difficult tournament, of course. He's rated 200, more than 200 rating points below all his opponents, but he's a good grandmaster, he's a solid grandmaster, he's not a professional. Georgiadis has been studying journalism at the Zurich University. He's going to work also for the Swiss-German TV from the end of the year. Well, he's going to do an internship at least. And so he's not a professional, but he's definitely a talented and chess-wise, well-educated chess player. So I'm sure he's going to do well in the second part and the end of the tournament. At some point he's going to certainly take a few half points here and there. And there was a third game, of course, in the second round, which ended in a draw between Navarra and Mamedjarov. Navarra had really good chances to win the game, but well, he allowed the exchange of queens. Afterwards, Mamedjarov managed to save himself. Today was the third round of the Grandmaster tournament, and you know, I expected the game between Carlsen and Svidler to be well and hard fought, because Svidler has often been a difficult opponent for the world champion, and today he played the Najdorf. Carlsen went for an open Spanish. Svidler played the Najdorf. Carlsen played bishop g5 on move 6, one of the most aggressive answer to the Najdorf, and the game developed extremely interestingly, in a very interesting way, with Carlsen sacrificing a piece on move 15. Svidler didn't accept the piece. Then on move 17, Carlsen gave up a knight with knight f5, which turned out to be extremely interesting. It appears that Carlsen didn't play in the most accurate way afterwards, and later on players repeated moves when Svidler thought that maybe he should have tried and played on, but he was wise and decided to make a draw, which with black, of course, is not a bad operation. Mamedjarov was white against Vachilagraf. He's always been a difficult opponent for the Frenchman, and today again he played this very aggressive move g4 against, well, in the English opening, and Vachilagraf did not react well. Pretty early in the game he ended up in trouble. He had to give up a pawn. He even lost a second pawn afterwards and resigned before the time control. Bad game, and so far not the best of tournaments for Vachilagraf. He's just at half a point out of 3 games. Not a great start so far. But he's a five-time winner here in Biel, so I expect him to bounce back very soon. The third game of the day ended with a victory for David Navarra. He played with the black pieces against Nico Georgiadis. The opening didn't go well for white. The Swiss GM did not really prepare that line apparently, and or at least he forgot details, and he ended up in trouble. He had to give up his queen for not sufficient compensation, and afterwards, well, he got a chance later on. Navarra made a mistake at some point, but in time trouble, Georgiadis did not manage to use this mistake, and he eventually lost. After 3 games, 2 players are in the lead: the world champion Magnus Carlsen and Shakhriyar Mamedjarov with 2.5 points out of 3. And they are followed by Peter Svidler with 2 points. Nobody has 50%. No, excuse me. David Navarra has 50%, but nobody has 1 point. Just Maxim Vachilagraf in 5th with just a half a point, and Nico Georgiadis 0 out of 3. I'm gonna certainly tune back whenever I can. I'm really busy here, but I'm very happy that I managed to find some time to make this live stream here. I hope that you can subscribe. I have not made any announcements for it, so you can obviously come and watch this later. You can follow me. I'm much more active on Facebook with announcements, news, and so on, pictures. Also on Instagram, Twitter a bit as well. So you can follow me on all social media. I'll be back, of course, at some point with another live stream, another video for my YouTube channel. Don't hesitate to subscribe to it and to like the video as well.